Take off the foo-foo. Take off the cloud chase. Take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone. Take off the car.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing to start here is Tua. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he's brought down. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kene Nwangu, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Corral. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And Corral will throw it. And Cooks has it over the middle. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Jake Bailey on down to punt here on 4th down. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. 7-7, our score after 1. For it with Pollard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive
3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Drops this off with Nwangu.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Tua.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit. And let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Corral on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This is taken around the 12. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Tua going to throw over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
On the double.
2 and now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 48 yards. And the Dolphins are once again back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
First down. Here's Corral with it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He gets up.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Corral. And it'll be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here for you. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead in the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fourth down, here's Corral.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
First down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On first down, it's Corral.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Corral with it on first down.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Second and 10, Corral again.
Got his man, it's Williams.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On first down, Corral. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Cooks. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Lions get a bit closer.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting. On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Isabella now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Tua now on 1st down. They'll get this one to Cobb complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The give is Nwangu, and he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to Nwangu. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Play action, now it's Tua. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Ford Field, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he fakes a spike. He gets it to Cooks. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 49 yards. That's good for the Lions. Pollard will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game. And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Isabella now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Tackle there from James Houston.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On the ready.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run now for Nwangu. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Handoff here to Nwangu. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Out route to Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Sanders on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Corral on 2nd down. Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Corral here working from the gun.
And that's complete to Cooks.
And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Corral.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Corral to throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Fourth down, here's Corral.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Isabella now from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30.
So much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run is Nwangu. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, you crowd the line of scrimmage. If they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
The score, Dolphins 45, Lions 38.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch. The Lions take over first and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, wide.
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he's brought down all the way back in the end zone. My goodness, that's going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field. But guess what? This one's now just about over.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Miami, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the